I feel like this is what me and Kim would do. Someone in a banana suit and someone in a monkey suit.
Just to seeing if anybody's in here. I'm not sure if anybody is, but we'll see. Stevie, how you doing, buddy? Stevie Exotic. Stevie got first. Slash got second. Nobody else in here though, huh?
Oh, do I have to jump into the live stream and just like and say you're welcome?
No, but you can if you want to. At least it's something. James, how you doing? How are you guys doing? Oh, hey, what's up? No, you're not late. We just started this like maybe like 2 minutes ago or something, if that long ago. There isn't even that many people in here. So what's everybody up to? Were you guys over at John Feely's live? I was just over there. Good topic. He had a really good topic he was talking about today. Oh, hey, John. How you doing? I was just saying we came over from yours. I go on live every night, and then I was talking about how you had a good topic over there. It was very, very good. You hit on basically some of the stuff I was talking about yesterday, which was I was talking about there was a post on Facebook about the cinnamon and black pastel being the same, but yet it's different. But then when Granddaddy Herps mentioned that how people like, and you got into it, how people will take the same animal and breed it, and like one person will like the lighter form and other people like the darker form, and then it just kind of splits, but it does the same thing, and it is the same thing, which is basically what I was saying also about that, which is I'm glad other people see it like that too. Maniac, how you doing, buddy? How's everything going? And then like, because like the scaleless head and the micro scale, a lot of people think they're totally different, but it has the same results, so it has to be related somewhere along the way. Wouldn't you think? I would, because they come out with the same. If you get the same results from two different animals, it means they're related. I feel it means they're related somewhere along the way. I'm doing better. Tomorrow's video, you'll see why I'm doing a little better. So. Yes. People line breed stuff, and then when they get people get things and then they line breed it, and then they line breed it for what they like, and then they call it something different, even though it's just basically the same thing. And that was a good point that Granddaddy here called out, and I'm glad that you hit it on the head with that one. You really did. I wish more people thought like you did, because it was crazy. Yes, it's definitely creating a new market for sure. Like the Carl Glow and the banana, same thing, but one gets more freckling than the other one does. So, and that's because somebody liked more freckling and then the other one did. That's very good. Now, if it did totally different things as it went along, I would say, yeah, they were different, even though the super form looks similar, but they really don't. So. So, how is everybody tonight? Is everybody ready? Because we're already going into November for Thanksgiving, and right after that, it's the Big C, Christmas.
Shut up.
Yeah, I know. When I hear the Big C, I think right after that's January and February, and then we're starting to get into the spring again. Christmas is an awesome month, though. I know it's. Jeff was just telling me earlier today that Christmas is his favorite holiday. And it's because he likes to make people happy. Now, Becky's favorite holiday is Halloween. I think I'd say mine's definitely Halloween also.
No, yours is Thanksgiving because of the food.
Okay, we'll say it's very close second. Yeah. 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 I wonder if DW's in here. Jeff, you said it. DW. I noticed a lot of people like my doing wonderful. Yeah. Yeah, I understand that. But then you sit back like me. Now all my kids are older, and it gets easier as time goes on. When they're little, you enjoy them. Then they get to that middle stage where you're like, son of a gun, they're getting on my nerves a little bit. And then they get to the older stage where then you're like, I wish I seen them more. Your hands get very full with little ones running around. Definitely. One time, I'm gonna tell you a story, John. One time, I had a 3-year-old. No, she was. What was she? 5, and the other one was 4. And they were.
Evan was 5. Andrew was 3.
3. Okay, and then I ran into the bathroom, which was on the same floor. I mean, like they were sitting here. I ran into the bathroom and back out. Not even a minute. And I figured, well, they'll be okay for a minute. Becky was at work. I ran in. While I was in the bathroom, I heard giggling. And I'm like, uh-oh. So I ran right back out. Emma, who's the older one, ran out and grabbed the pancake syrup, dumped it on the linoleum floor, and her and Andrew were sliding in it across the floor. Do you talk about how hard that is to get up? It's crazy. Hey, TJ, how you doing, buddy? So one thing I learned when they're really super little, never take your eyes off them for a second. Yeah, see, a lone wolf, that's what gets me. Like Becky went in the store the other day and there was Christmas stuff up already, and she was like, too early. We got to get through Thanksgiving first. Well, at least close to Thanksgiving, due to the fact that, I know Good Friday, not Good Friday, but Black Friday is the day after Thanksgiving. TJ, I sent you a email today about the sticker you won. So you have to check your emails, buddy, okay? But here we go. I'm going to do one more sticker giveaway. And I got a question for everybody, and I'm going to see who gets it right. What city was Black Friday started in? And if you know what city, /1 it. Damn. Why was it called Black Friday? Philly. It was Philadelphia. And I'll tell you, you know why? Because the cops all wore black. And when the managers and stuff had these big sales going on, and it started, I can't remember what year, it was like 64, 65 when I started. The managers of the stores could look out and they had to have so many cops to keep everybody under control. You just see the black hats, and they called it Black Friday. John Feely, buddy, I guess you're going to have to give me your information. You can email me, buddy, if you're still in here. Slash already won it, TJ, because it was started in Philadelphia. Not very many people know that. So you have to give me, if you put your email on here, I'll email you, John, and I'll get you one in the mail. I'll write it down right now. Let me write this down. I will email you in the next day or so to get your address and everything, if that's okay with you. All right, Patriots. Is that why none of the theories are in here? Because the Packers are getting beat? I'm just messing. Oh, man, they're great people, though. Great people. Blackball, how you doing, Justin? Is everything good? What I was going to say before I decided to do that little giveaway was everybody was looking at my video yesterday, and they liked my little tub pyramid with all my, because I have that rack, and then I had a tub pyramid going on top of it. Oh, everything is grand. That is awesome. Axolotls are pretty cool. What's very interesting about axolotls, you can cut an arm off them, grows back. I worked at the University of Pennsylvania for years, and there was a scientist in there who was working on making trying to figure out how to regenerate spinal cord injuries to help people who have, get serious accidents and all. And he came up with, he was trying to figure out what in it would make it regenerate, because you can cut half the brain out and grow the other half, it'll grow back. You can cut half its arm off, it'll cut an arm off, it'll grow back, its tail off, all that stuff. I suppose if you cut its head off, it would die. But yeah, they did all that stuff to those axolotls. And there's a certain eel, and I can't remember what it was, and it was an eel that you could mess their complete spine up really bad, and it would regenerate and be fine in a couple weeks. It was amazing. And then they also found this. They did something to help this woman who was in a severe accident where her head touched the back of her back. That's how bad she broke her neck. And she was paralyzed for years. But while she was paralyzed, they were doing this, what they were learning on her, and she was able to walk again with some assistance, but she was still able to do it. And they were able to heal her to a point. It was pretty interesting stuff. You're going to do a video? That'll be awesome to see. Justin. Hey, Jay, what's up? Well, see, you also, didn't you, Jay, stop doing videos for a while? That also can affect it, probably, on who comments on your stuff. Beeve coons make awesome pets? They sure do, Jeff. That'll be awesome to see. Yeah, it was crazy. They sure do. And I'll tell you, when you put a hamster in with one of my snakes down here, my snakes love them so much, they love to give them that real tight hug. That's how much I love hamsters. I love giving them somebody that loves to give them a real tight hug. Yeah, it's a hybrid between a beaver and a raccoon. Even though there is no such thing, TJ, he's just messing with everybody.
They're real.
Yeah, on TV, right? Bigfoot is real. I suppose you're going to say what's the name's real too. Jackalopes.
And the Yeti's real.
Yeah,
The leprechaun's real.
they are.
The candle fairy's real. Because the candle fairy came and visited me today.
Oh, the candle fairy visited you today.
Yep, the candle fairy visited me today.
Who would send a shipment of hamsters? I don't know. I just know that if a shipment of hamsters come here, it's free food for the snakes. No, you wouldn't. That wouldn't be funny.
Because I'd be filming this shit.
Hon.
I'd be filming you running like a little girl screaming down the road. Ah, help me!
Oh.
I'd be like, look at that bitch run. And then the kids would be going, oh my God, Dad can actually move.
I gotta watch all boxes now. Because if I get a box that says live animal on it and something I didn't order, I won't have to like, uh-oh. Hey Jennifer, how'd those Packers do tonight? That's amazing, James. That is amazing. Well, okay, Jennifer, that's not what you wanted to talk about, but that's what we were talking about. $1,000 worth of hamsters have been. Hamsters are vicious animals. I'm telling you right now. I would have to work on my fear of them, but I can't. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I just have bad luck. It could be I have bad luck because every animal I ever interacted with when I had the pet store and everything bit me. Got to the point where, like, if we sold a tarantula or something, the whole cage went with it. Same with scorpions or nothing. Because I was like, I get bit by everything, man. Not gonna happen. And Becky used to laugh at me when we were dating, and I would get bit by stuff because it would happen all the time. Ferrets, you name it, they got me. I got bit yesterday by the snake. That first time in, I can't even tell you how long it's been since I've been bit by a snake. But yesterday I was bit, and the day before I was bit, so that's 2 times in 2 days. That king snake was so fast. I said, "Thank gosh it wasn't a venomous snake. I'd be in serious trouble because I didn't even see it moving. That's how fast it grabbed me." And Will, it's good to see you here. 18. That's a large number. Amazingly enough, I was only bit by a rat one time, and it was when I had the store. I was bit by mice. I was bit by that big black throat monitor right in the arm. Yeah, there's a bunch of people that have never been bit, and it usually what happens is a person like myself gets a little complacent when you got a bunch of stuff I tried never to, and that's what happened. I opened that up. I was getting ready to feed it. It flew out and grabbed my finger in a second. All right, John. Tuck the kids in nice and tight. You're bit by the dog. Big dog Stevie. Hey, David, how you doing? Yeah, see, that's when you got little kids, David. I would never own anything venomous if the kids can distract you easy, because it would be, could be bad. Black Lab, that's a pretty good sized dog. All right, Jennifer, you have a great night, and I hope you're still sticking to your thing because the videos I've been watching are good. Yes, hermit crabs are awesome. Yeah. Sorry, guys, I got to do this real quick. Yeah, I was using tongs too, but it was really quick. Just got my finger, and then the whole thing. If you watch my video, you'd see the whole what happened after that. Yeah, it's a shame that the Cowboys got to lose, huh? Next week, but it's gonna happen. Definitely gonna happen. Eagles are definitely gonna. Guy down the store here is a big Eagles fan. He owns the grocery store. We have a bet every year when the Eagles play the Cowboys. It's usually a soda. What happened? Steve, they had a bad week. I hold them like, I hold them like if this was the tongs, and that's how they are. But I usually learn longer than that. I usually hold them like this. But what happened is I had the tongs like this, but I opened the tub, and as soon as the tub opened up, it flew right out and grabbed my finger. Boom, just instantly before I could even have it ready to go in there. So it could be okay. personal. Steve, I hope everything works out for you, man. Super hungry noodles? It could be. That thing eats. I could feed that thing every day and it wouldn't stop eating. That king snake is crazy about food. That's cool. Yeah, it's just, and then I got that that female that gave me the lesser babies. I mean, not the lesser babies, but the LSR fire babies. She's like that, just very food aggressive. She open up that tub, and that's all she's got on her mind is food, 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 food. But I think that's because she was mistreated before we got her. When Becky and I went, Becky called me, and we went over and rescued it. The bottom of they had it like a 75-gallon tank, and the bottom of the tank had a foot, I kid you not, of feces in it. And when I went in there, I was like, well, when was the last time it fed? And the person there was like, oh, we haven't fed it in like 6-7 months. And then they couldn't even tell me they fed it like 7 months before that, but they couldn't tell me how long it was before that even. And so we brought it home and we got it up to weight and all. It's well over 2,000 grams now. And it's huge. It's getting big. It's great. Seriously, 7 months. That's what they said. And then because her and her husband were getting a divorce and her husband left her, then we get this thing. Then Becky gets this text from somebody. I don't know where they got her number from, but they did. Oh, because when she was in a divorce court, he asked for his pet snake back, and she had to divulge the information where it was to the judge. The judge gave the information to the guy. Guy contacted Becky and says, "Can I get my snake back?" And Becky's like, "No." She goes, "You should have seen the condition it was in when we got it. And if you want, we'll go to court and fight because you guys were not taking care of the animal properly." So he gave up on the whole thing. He hasn't contacted her since because it was totally neglected. Yes, I'm talking about a ball python. So yes, we brought it, saved it, got it back up. Oh yeah, now it's like it never sits in a messed up tank or anything. We got to clean constantly, feed it constantly. It's a happy snake, but it's a happy, hungry snake all the time. I think that I think they get in the mindset after being neglected like that they don't know when their next meal's coming. So every time you open up the tank, they think, I got to grab this food now. I got to grab this food now. So I think, I don't know what you guys' opinion on that. Do you think that they can pick up that and be like that too? Oh, I agree. Yeah, go ahead. I was thinking that, yeah, it's, do you guys think that that's what, yeah, most definitely. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. They get in this mindset like they're not knowing when they're going to get a meal because it's like etched into their brain as to what happened to them, I did some research on that stuff, Jeff, and it looked like it was pretty good stuff. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I do believe that BC Pythons has used it before. What did you think of it, Justin? Did you like it? There you go, Slash. You're getting answers that people like it. I think it's great stuff. Yeah, that's why I like the chlorhexidine. But I don't have just like, I like the chlorhexidine. I squirt it in there after I take them out, and I like how it works. They're like wipies. They're in a thing like a wipies, like, but they got like a disinfectant in it that you use to wipe the inside of the tank. F10 is very expensive too. Chlorhexidine, you can buy a gallon of that last your damn years. Yeah, that's what I heard about it too, James. It cuts down on odor. Yeah. Yeah. TJ, you have a great night, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I would just go with heat tape, Stevie. Now, are you talking about, Justin, are you talking about like respiratory infections? Is that why you would use it? Or I don't understand what you're saying there. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. RI treatment for, Nafogger. Some people do it a little differently now than just Defogger. I don't know, it's, but yeah, I've seen the Fogger treatment. It works great. Bill makes a great rack slash. I seen him set a bowling ball on top of one, and it doesn't bend. It doesn't have any give to it. Works really good. Now, Justin, would you use that before you took him to the vet, or would you use that with whatever the vet does, or how would you do that yourself? Yes. Yeah. Eating dubious. That's a good point there, Kentucky. I don't know why I was Will. It was a great price, huh? Yeah, I know that I've done a lot of research, Justin, and a lot of people use that and they cure it without putting the animals on the antibiotics and stuff. And because a lot of people live really far from a vet, and not putting vets down, but a lot of times they try to overtreat or they jump to conclusions too quick and panic maybe because they're not really, most vets aren't really trained for like exotic animals. It's like an egg bound female. A lot of people will take them to the vet and the vet will be like, well, we got to do surgery or this or that, where it's been my experience that if you have a egg bound female and it's high up or even low down, don't force it. Don't try to force it out because a lot of times the ova will twist. So if you just leave it be and you grab the snake, you can tip it upside down, you can see the egg move a little bit and leave it alone, it will eventually come out. Get her back to eating. I had one that held onto an egg for 4 months. Then it finally passed it with no problem. And the only reason I knew not to panic and go to a vet is because I had talked to a very large scale breeder who was a very personal friend of mine. He said, no, don't take it to a vet. Don't take it to a vet unless it shows sign of distress. If it's not showing any signs of distress and it's acting normal and you get it back to eating, leave it be. And that's what I did. And guess what? It passed it without absolutely no problem. Months and months later. The egg was no good, of course. I cut that egg open. It looked like a hard-boiled egg inside, but it was fine. The snake was fine. Yeah, even where I live out in the middle of nowhere. It's hard to find a vet. There's like one, like 60 miles from me, which ain't far, but they're only slightly in with the stuff, but they're not really into it like some of the bigger places are. Now, when I worked at the University of Pennsylvania, they had the University of Pennsylvania veterinary. You could take any animal in there, and they took care of it. That's the way to do it. House calls. Is she really experienced with exotic animals? You were telling me, Theory. You were telling me. Oh, then you can't go wrong there, then can you? If that's all she works with, so that makes it that much better. I But like these other vets that handle cows and dogs and cats, they panic and jump into things. I think. Yep, very good one, James. Very good. The University of Georgia, is that Ivy League or is that just a regular like Texas A&M or something? I know the University of Pennsylvania uh, veterinary hospitals all uh, Ivy League. Kind of cute, so future living. Ah, that makes it that much better. Oh God, a lot of them, Stevie. That's all they do. I was this close to becoming a vet, and I said no. Should have did it though. Yeah, never been to any of them. I just know personal experience when I used to work at the University of Pennsylvania that They did an exceptionally great veterinary school there. What do you mean by having your own stuff on hand? What are you talking about? Like, farm animals? Yeah, see, now if I were to become a vet, I would want to do everything and mainly like exotic stuff, I guess. I do know, not that I would ever do this, and I don't recommend anybody ever do this, but there's an app for your phone that if you have to get antibiotics will break it down. Like you can go to like a farm store and buy antibiotics, I guess, or order them online or whatever. It will break it down for injections for your, like if you have a snake that's say you have a snake that's like 3,000 grams or less or something, you could punch the antibiotic in, and all the information from the antibiotic, and it breaks it down to how much to give them for how long into what's wrong with them. It's pretty interesting stuff. Reagan, how you doing? But I don't know if anybody should do that. I'm just saying. How are you tonight, Reagan? Oh, is she? Interesting. You got busted with what? Why would you go read all your mom's stuff? Wouldn't have did that, Reagan. Good question. She's your mom. She's supposed to be sneaky, Reagan. I don't know. Get yourself in big trouble reading other people's stuff, that's for sure. Yep. See, if you were reading my stuff and you were something you weren't supposed to read, I don't know. Becky and I would have probably banned you from electronics for a while. She's very good at that. Pretty much, Justin, I agree with you. They're like nuns. I went to a Catholic school. They knew everything. I don't know how they did, but they did. And they always floated. They never touched the floor. They just kind of glided across the floor. You can't make a video. Why can't you make a video? I don't understand. What are you talking about? Illuminati confirmed? Possible slash. Yeah, hey, you shouldn't have read your mom's stuff. Good point, David. But I can explain to you why, David. Becky had to get something for Jeff, and she mailed it to him. So it will get there, and he will do the. It might have came this weekend. I don't know, and he will finish it up. Trust me. That, Jeff, is because you got a sucky internet situation going on there. I don't know what to tell you, Reagan. I don't know. Oh, Jeff. Where do you want me to do it like this? I'm waving at you, buddy. Ain't that what you're saying, wave? Of course, Reagan. Of course, Reagan. Always. Wave. I think that's the name of his internet company. You know what you need to do, Jeff? You need to tell them that you run tests constantly, and if it consistently happens, you're going to report them or something. Yeah, I find that's a big problem, Justin. That's why I'm wired in, because if you're not wired in, it just seems to just not work great. You should be wired in, Jeff. When you're hardwired in, it goes faster than through the air. Well, you tell your mom Becky's sleeping right now. She would say hi back, of course, and tell her I said hi, Reagan. Very good job, David. I was looking at the racks that you were talking about. Are they good quality racks, even though they're cheaper like that? Because I don't know. I haven't seen any reviews on them. I'd have to really look up reviews on them, Theory. The ones that you were talking about, the Herb Static ones. No, you don't have to have a wire to go wireless. I mean, to go live or nothing like that. Sometimes though, you get a lot of the freezing up issues. House of Inverts, how are you, man? Have not seen you around in a long time, buddy. I've been looking for videos, nothing. Waiting for you to go live, nothing. It's almost like you were banned from the internet or something. Yeah, but I was looking at the ones that Reptile Basic makes, and they're a little, they're a good quality one too, and they're made from PVC. But I'm gonna have to really search them out because that's a good price, $1,900, and you get all that stuff and their thermostat and all that. It comes out to what's it, 30 tubs of one size? No, 20 tubs of one size, 10 of another, and then 45 or 35 of another. Does anybody in here use those? So you're Gallagher now, Jeff. I am good. And I hope you're good. 2010 and 45, something like that. Yeah, I don't know the exact was, but that's a lot. I believe what is it on? It's called Herp Static or something like that. And you go to their Herptastic and you go to their special, and you also get a thermostat. It comes with a thermostat, all for $1,900. And if you were to go buy it individually, it'd be $2,300 or $2,500. And then they got a bunch of deals. Like if you were to double it, it would be 30 something, $3,900 or something, or $3,000 or something, and or 3,800 or 3,900, and you get a bigger discount yet. That's what it is. And you get with a Herpstat 4. Are you getting them, Theory? Because maybe when I breed a bunch of stuff this year, which I got been doing for weeks now, and sell off some of the babies, maybe I'll use it to buy one of them if I can muster around a month. And then how much is shipping though? See, because I know Reptile Basics, anything over $100 is free shipping in the United States, and that saves. I don't know. What was that? All right, yeah, I don't know either. I was just wondering because I was just wondering. Well, House of Inverts, I'm good. I hope, like I said, I hope you're good. Yeah, they both have great ones, James. Um, I just know that I've seen the TGR ones, and they are very, very well put together. Um, they are sturdy and they're like solid. They're excellently built. Yeah, your collection can grow really quick, and then you're like, oh, I'm gonna probably need more hatchling racks. Is what I'm gonna need next after I get other racks. Because once we start filling up with geckos, I start running out of room fast. I'll be doing a super pyramid with gecko babies. What size do you need? Can't he make them in any size? Oh, David? Yeah, but I understand what the problem is with that. Because the 30, if you do that, the 32 quarts would have to be the long ways. And you slide them out the long ways. It's, where you got it's the long ways this way because the 15s are really short. It can be. Some people do that, but you got to maintain a very steady heat because I know Marshall up here, he uses ambient room temperature, but his room is very warm, like 86 degrees. Doesn't fluctuate much. Oh, okay. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. I agree with you there, uh, Justin. We bought one. It was $360, I think, because the cheaper ones just did not seem to work real well. They seem to burn out easy, or after a while they start lagging. Yeah, they don't get a heat radiant that way, but I'm going to tell you, Marshall up here is very successful with breeding. He's very successful. He has no problems with them eating or anything. Very, very successful. There's a bunch of people that are doing it, and they're extremely successful. Don't you have like a Best Buy or anything near you, Jeff? DW, we're in here, buddy. Did you ever see that? They had one that was a gaming one, Jeff, that I seen that had 10 individual ports for 10 individual like gaming systems. It was like $1,500 or something, but it was like the best of the best. Yeah, he's got his room. Uh, it's it's very interesting. His room, the way he's got it set up. Uh, Everything is insulated very well. So once he has it set, he has the the room heated on a thermostat. So when the thermostat, it clicks off and on when it gets to a certain temperature, and that's it. It's very interesting. Yeah, if you want to learn a lot about it, you should hit him up on one of his, ask him some questions. He'll answer them for you. Theory. I know my room down there. If I insulated it really, really well, it would not be hard to maintain a temperature of 90 degrees in there. Very easy. Reagan, you have a great night. Mm-mm. What do you mean you're not a good? What do you mean, Stevie? What do you mean you're not a good person? I don't understand what you're saying, bud. Yeah, there ain't nothing wrong with having a trailer. There's nothing wrong with having a disability, Stevie. So do I. I'm partially paralyzed. A lot of people have disabilities. Nothing wrong with it at all. Oh, see. Uh-huh. Well, my one rack down here is open sided, but I keep the warm, pretty room. So, David, I just sent you a text, buddy. That's okay, Stevie. You get your point across just fine. Yes, it makes us spectacular, and it also makes us individuals. Yeah, I can't stand it super hot either there, Justin. I have to have a fan going all night. During the wintertime, sometimes we even have the window open in the room here, even though it gets really cold outside because heat. I can't stand it super hot. But my reptile rooms, I try to keep pretty warm. You keep your room at 85. The room you want to put the snake in at 85, Jeff? Then if it stays at a steady 75, 85 and doesn't fluctuate, you'll be fine. Yeah. Yeah, I can't take it hot. Can't stand it. Yes. Oh yeah, absolutely. The only time we really close it is when it's 75 below zero outside. Then it's a must close situation. That's if it's your dining room, of course, it's going to be hard to climate control it because you're in and out of it all the time. Punk rock girl, a long time. That is a good thing. Yeah, interesting. She got in trouble, huh? Yeah, I used to have them in my room, Stevie. I really did. I used to have a whole room when me and Becky first started dating. My entire room was full of walls, all four walls, and at the foot of the bed, it was like a little aisle to get to my bed around of all the reptile cages and stuff. Yeah, I understand that. That's what I'm saying. It'd be hard to climate control that because, yeah, open. The only thing, Stevie, I would do different in my room is make sure you put lids on those tubs. Oh, she's an amazing kid. Reagan's just an exceptionally amazing child. She brightens everybody's day up on here, that's for sure. Well, if you're gonna have, how many animals are you gonna have, David, after you get your little 30 here coming up? Very good, Stevie. I was just going by that video you showed where you had it in that rack and there was no lid on it. Yeah, 36, huh? Um, if I had, see, if I didn't, I have, like I said, I got half the basement, three-quarters of the basement, and the house next door. When you get up around 100 or more animals, like myself, yourself, you probably should have a separate facility or something because it kind of get crammed. At least that's just my opinion. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with having them. I'm sure she will. I have to put a heat pack in there because it's so cold here. What's the temperatures going to be like there on Tuesday? Oh, around 90. Maybe I should I don't know. Because I'm dropping it off at the facility, so it's going to go right from the facility to the thing. I'll have to see. They should be okay, though, because do you usually get your packages early in the morning or late in the afternoon? Ed, how you doing, buddy? Is everything good? That is true, Justin. Yeah, that's why if you put something even in the same room and people think, well, I'm going to set the snakes over here and I got my collection over here, that's not quarantining them because they're in the same room, same facility. They need to be in a totally different place completely. Sorry I had to get off the phone earlier, Ed. But I was in another live stream and people were asking about your liners, and I was telling them that I was one that used them, and they asked me a bunch of questions, and I told them what I thought of them. I thought they were great, and so I told them to hit you up, and they will do so. Oh, so you weren't off the phone very long. Yeah. What time do you get your shipments usually? Do you usually get them early, Michelle? Very good way. Oh, that guy's awesome. 10:30 more. All right. I would say that if I put a heat pack in there because it's so cold here, they should do just fine. Same here, David. We started snow at the beginning of this month. Then it cleared up and got better, but now it's. Yeah, Ed. CMC. Ed Earl is an amazing man. All right, then just make sure you open it right away. Okay? It's not like it's going to be sitting right on it or anything. I just worry because the temperatures here are so cold. I would be concerned because I don't trust them. They might set it outside for a little while or something. Let me see what tomorrow's temperature is going to be. If it's going to be warmer, then I won't put a heat pack in there, but you never know what temperatures are going to be. Let me see. And tomorrow's temperature, yes. Yeah, I may have to put a heat pack in there. We'll see. I'll play it by. We'll see how it goes. I'll check it tomorrow. Perfect prey, Jeff. Personal experience with perfect prey I've had. Perfect. You can't ask for nothing better. Definitely perfect prey. They cost a tiny bit more, but the quality is exceptional. No, what? Well, I didn't. You know what I didn't like about them? BC. I mean, Theory. The cleanliness of the animal when you got it. I'm serious. They didn't seem very clean to me. Plus, if you place a big order from Perfect Prey, they send you a pen and all kinds of stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I'm serious. The animals just are dirty to me. I'm not saying anything bad about them, but yeah, I've heard that a lot too. I haven't ordered from them in so long, David, and I've heard that a lot that they, downhill from there really quick. Yeah, Gourmet Rodent. Never ordered from them. I've seen them in Petco or something, but I've never even purchased one, so I couldn't tell you anything. What might that be, James? Petco has one. That's what it was. I couldn't remember what store had them. I just know one of them stores had them, and I've never purchased them before so I couldn't tell you anything about them. Well, that's always a plus when you get them from a local breeder. Oh, that's right, James. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting. I remember you said that, and I remember you were talking about it. You're going to do a video when you get it? I agree with you, Stevie. You go in there I believe it was there that I saw that the frozen rodents were like triple the price from there or something. I don't know if did he do a auction, Jeff? I'm not sure he did an auction. Yeah, see, very expensive. Oh, I can't wait to see it, James. Can't wait to see it. It'll be interesting to see. Yeah, I found that I got a few down here that are just. I'm trying my hardest, man. It's been tough, and I can't. I still have a couple. It's just will not switch over. What's your recommendations on how to switch them over there, David? Especially for ones that have been eating for a long time live. Yeah, and he was talking about it in his live streams. I don't know if you ever watched his live streams, David. That's why. She ate live for me, but the person that sent her to me said that she was eating frozen thawed, and I can't say that she is for sure, but they're little, real little. So it's not a big thing. How were their rodents? Did you get live or frozen or what, James? Yeah, they take live, so you don't have to worry about it. I know that for a fact. Because I breed, it was just easy to go grab it and throw it in there and took it down immediately. Yeah, that long time zombie dance, man. That zombie dance can get frustrating. Just, dude. I find that if you thaw them in water, you got to dry them off. That helps. And and then heat them up. Try to get them up to a certain temperature. I had one that I converted by just it wouldn't do nothing, and every time I would do the zombie dance thing, it would turn its head, and then I would touch it, and it would curl up in a ball. So I figured one time as I touch it, and it would start curling up in a ball, I would throw the rat in a ball so that it would tighten around it, and I did that. And for some reason, it must have thought that it. What happened there, Slash? Why'd you do that? Let me send you a text, Jeff. You did something here, buddy. You got to fix it somehow. I don't know what you did here. Let me fix this for you. Hold on. Flash. Let me take the flash off. Yeah, there you go. I don't know what happened there. Everything that you said was gone. Wonder what happened. And then I did the still not fixed. I don't know what happened. I don't understand. Punk rock girl. Michelle, type something, please. Something happened. I don't know exactly what happened. I think, okay. He blocked. Yeah, see now it said where I'm sitting, it said that he blocked you. And then it said somehow he was blocked. I don't know what happened. I was just sitting here and it just flashed. Really weird. Which one of you guys are hacking in? But like I was saying, when I did that, David, and as it would curl up in a ball, I threw the rat in there and it squeezed around it, and then it ate it, thinking I killed it. Slash, say something. Okay. Not sure what happened. Sorry, I don't know what happened. It was weird. It was just like, went crazy. But we got it fixed. Not me. So what are you saying there? You a hacker there? Huh. I don't know. It's all good, though, because it's fixed now. Except for you. I don't know. It's fixed now, though. That's all that matters. Yep, squirrels. He's fighting with the squirrels. That's what's going on. He's got his whole room is full of squirrels, and he's fighting them. And I couldn't even fix it. I don't know. I didn't know that a moderator had power to where I couldn't override their power. It's weird. It's good to know, though, I guess, huh? Ah. It was Reagan. Yeah, she was getting backy. She was like, there. Tone, what's up? Michelle, would you be upset if there was another small surprise in that box? Just asking. How have you been, Tone? Okay, just making sure. Reagan, where do you see Reagan? Unless, see, now you might be smart, Reagan. You may have your mom's computer and you may sign on under her name just to try to get information. Probably are. Oh, your playlist is playing a trick on you. Ah. Oh, okay. You had me worried there. Yeah, I would say it's his eyes. He's 89 and a half years old. Youper's in here. What are you doing, buddy? How you doing, Jason? Long time since I've seen you in here. That's cool, Tone. We're all good. How are you? That's the question. Haven't seen you for a while, man. Wait a minute. Am I missing something? Who's all in here? I'm missing something. I didn't. I'm not seeing somebody on here, and I don't know why I wouldn't see them on here. I think something happened here. Is God I Love Carpet Pythons in here or something, and I'm not seeing her on here? Okay, I thought maybe there was something wrong. I thought maybe Tone's eyes were affecting my eyes or something. You know. Tone's the one that said it first, or Stevie or something. No, Stevie said it. She is here. Where is she? I don't see her though. That's what I said. You guys see her, and I don't see her. There's a bunch of, and David Theory don't see her. Does anybody else see her? Ooh, that sucks, especially in the cold. Yeah, see, okay, here, James didn't see her either. Uh, Punk rock, I don't see her. You don't see her either, do you? All right, guys. I got a something situation I have to take care of. I'm gonna have to get off, and then I'll be, we'll do this again tomorrow. Is that okay with everybody? Peace out. I'm sorry, guys. Unless you want me to just let you guys talk, and I'll shut this little thing here, and I'll see if you guys are here when I get back. I'll be back.
Matter? I would have got out and fixed it. you get it?
Yeah, I got it. I'm sorry they woke you up, hon.
All right, I'm back. I'm sorry. Sorry. Kids. So sorry, where were we at? Andy, it's me. You're the one that said it first, yeah. Who must have found the king? No, that ain't what it was. Nope. Nope. Yeah, would you say you're like 89 and a half years old or something, Tone? Oh, okay. I got you. Mine's DEA Exotics and Instagram. Yeah, I saw that you, yeah. Well, that would make you 109 and a half then, Michelle, wouldn't it? I believe where she's at, though, Theory, it's really early. Or, you know. Okay, Slash, really quick, you got to answer this question super fast. If you're 112, what year were you born? Come on. Jeez. I believe the answer would be 1903, but I could be wrong about that. No, I probably am wrong about that. 1902. No, 1906. Oh, maybe 1906. Maybe. Yeah, you're probably right there. Let me see. My math's probably way off on that one. $1906. Same year they hung Tom Horn in Wyoming for killing a 14-year-old boy. Claims he didn't do it. Claims he was set up. It's very possible, though. What's your prize? I didn't have a prize up. Sorry. I'll tell you what your prize is. Congratulations. Theory can do math really quick. Question is, did you use your phone, though? It's not BC anymore, Ed. They call it BCE, before current era. and I believe it's ACE or something like that. After current air or something like that. They don't use BC and AD anymore. It's weird. Tom Horn, 1906 and 1905 or something like that. He was hung in 1906 and 1905. He was in Wyoming stopping cattle, people from moving in, and what a bunch of ranchers did is they had all this free roaming grazing land, and people were moving in. Homesteaders were moving in, buying plots of land from the government and the railroad and stuff, and putting in houses and little farmsteads. So they were putting up fences, and it was stopping the cattle from moving. So all the big cattle ranchers hired Tom Horn to go down and make sure everything was copacetic. Well, what was happening is they were doing bad things. Well, somebody shot this 14-year-old boy and put a rock under his head after they shot him. Well, that was Tom Horn's thing. When he would shoot somebody, he would set a rock under their head so the people would know it was him. So he was set up. So he says. And back then they didn't have recording devices, so they had somebody hide and write everything down in another room as he was talking about it. But knowing him, it was probably him. I think he was a pretty mean person, but I don't know if he really did that or not. He claims he did, and he claims he was set up by the cattle ranchers, which is very possible. You can look it up. Tom Horn, 1906. Tells you a whole story about him. And what are you sorry for, Steve? You don't have to be sorry for nothing. Yeah, Becky, she's took calculus. She's like a rocket scientist with math, so I don't know. What did Jennifer go to college for, David, if you don't mind me asking? Yeah. He'd have been dead a long time ago anyway, because that happened in 1906. James, thank you so much for stopping in, buddy. It was great to have you here. I'm up here reading you. That's funny. Andrew's jail with saber tooth. Yeah. I think that's like I think that's a profiling, isn't it? There, punk rock saying Asian people are good at math. I'm not sure. I just know they're good at the Asian calculator thingy. I don't know what it's called. I did very well in school, especially history and geography and geometry, and I don't know. I liked it, I guess. That's true. That was going to be my next statement too. That would be like, yeah, it's not profiling if you say it yourself. I believe you were, Tone. Shakespeare's pretty good. Why are you divorced twice? Oh, just the Leonardo DiCaprio ones. So if I held a skull up in my hand and said, Yurick, how I once knew thee, you would not know what I was talking about? Slash here, I believe, is a music teacher. Or could be a music teacher or something. I'm not sure. He's very good at it. Yeah, most good criminals don't. Billy Madison. Let me think here for a minute. Nirvana. Oh, yeah. Marilyn Manson, has his place. He has, some of his stuff ain't bad. Dead Kennedys, yeah. No, nothing wrong with it. I actually think every artist that becomes famous and is good at what they do has a place. Every single one. 21 Pilots is good. You know what, though, Tone? I'm going to tell you. Tone. David, if something were to happen to Becky, I know I would never remarry. Would you like me to tell you why? Because I don't think I would function after if something happened to Becky. I'd be lost forever. No joke. If something happened to her tomorrow, I wouldn't be far behind, I'm sure. Who likes circle jerks? What? It, one, I could never live alone. Two, Becky's everything to me. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Michelle. And everybody makes mistakes. Don't have one, Tone. Do not have one. Well, guys, this is going on 2 hours, and I think I'm going to hop off. Sorry about the mishap. I had to leave for a minute and come back, but it's all good. What is that, Tone? Well, congratulations. He's a great guy. He really is. Now you have to step up the game and put some really, really great content out. At the beginning of the year, I was talking to him, and he asked a question, and I answered it. He asked what my goal was for the year. My goal was to be at 300 subscribers, and he said I could beat it, and I did. He gave me a shout out, which pushed me way over the top of my first original goal. And I said, that was amazing that he did that. But now I got, I beat the goal. All right, Michelle. I'll see everybody later. Peace out. Thanks, Ed, Tone, David, Maniac. Who else is in here? James, but he left already, I believe. Stevie. Everybody else. And if I missed anybody, I'm sorry, guys. But I'll check everybody out later. Peace out.